Hey guys, it's Brian. Welcome to the awards contender. The Cannes Film Festival winners for 2025 were just announced, and this is my reaction. Neon, man, they have been on a roll. 6 years in a row, they have won the Palme d'Or at Cannes. Like starting with Parasite 2019, all the way to their newest win, It Was Just an Accident, the newest film from the very famous Iranian filmmaker Jafar Panahi. I apologize in advance if I mispronounce any of the names I'm talking about in this video today. I will get better as the year goes on. According to IMDb, It Was Just an Accident is a drama about a small mishap that triggers a chain reaction of ever-growing problems. I read a little bit about this filmmaker and what a life he has led. He has been imprisoned more than once. He keeps getting in trouble for making the kinds of movies he wants to make. Fictional films, documentaries, like every few years because of a film he's made, because of being outspoken in that part of the world, he gets arrested, imprisoned. You know, there's been a lot of controversies when it comes to this filmmaker's career and life, and he just keeps going. He keeps making movies no matter how hard it may be, and here he is about 30 years since he won his first prize at Cannes in the mid-1990s. Here he is winning the Palme d'Or for 2025. I think that is so inspirational. A filmmaker who, no matter the circumstances, no matter the intense adversity he goes through year to year, he's obviously super talented, has a voice he wants to express through cinema. And his latest film, which is a Neon movie, Neon will be putting it out later this year. It Was Just an Accident has climbed to the top of films I'm very much anticipating for 2025. I'm hoping it goes to Toronto in September. I get a chance to see it there, review it for all of you. The last couple years, I have loved, with a capital L, the Palme d'Or winner. Last year it was Anora, my favorite film of 2024. The year before that, it was Anatomy of a Fall, of course, which made my top 10 list. So the Palme d'Or winner, it's not like every year, it's not necessarily a sign that the movie's going to be a huge Oscar contender. It might not be the case for It Was Just an Accident, but I do think Best International Feature, I do think that category is one we need to keep our eye on when it comes to It Was Just an Accident. Next up is the Grand Prix winner, which is like the second place to the Palme d'Or at Cannes. The winner was, of course, Sentimental Value, which, like, if you've been following like all the news out of Cannes, this movie had a 19-minute standing ovation. It's gotten like the best reviews, I feel like, of any movie I've been looking at for Cannes. Like all the people I follow who went there this year, who reviewed all the movies on Letterboxd, like the most consensus, like where all of them are really loving one film, it's been Sentimental Value, the latest film from Joachim Trier, who made The Worst Person in the World in 2021. He's reteamed with Renate Reinsve. The film also has Stellan Skarsgård and Elle Fanning, and is supposed to be just extraordinary. This is also a Neon movie. So, like, watching like the live updates this morning of like what was going to win the Palme d'Or, it got to a point where it was like, well, it might be It Was Just an Accident. It might be Sentimental Value. Either way, it's going to be another win for Neon, right? Like Neon's doing very well. Sentimental Value, I have a sense right now, is going to be a huge Oscar contender. Like probably a film that's going to get 5, 6, 7 nominations and might win a few things. It might not be this year's Anora. It might not win like everything, right? Like it might not win picture, director, actress and everything. But based on the reviews I have read for Sentimental Value, this is going to be a major awards contender this year. And I can't wait to see it. I really hope it goes to Toronto. I think it probably will. Like all of the big ticket like Cannes films last year ended up going to Toronto. So even though I have to wait a few months, I will hopefully be able to see Sentimental Value very soon. According to IMDb, it's an intimate and moving exploration of family, memories, and the reconciliatory power of arts. And I mean, that writer, director, that cast, this is going to be a big one. Sentimental Value did not need to win the Palme d'Or. It just needed to win something big, I would say. And it did, as most of us expected. Now it's on to the fall festivals. Now it's on to award season for this movie. The jury prize, which is kind of like third place, it's like behind the Palme d'Or, it's behind the Grand Prix. This year, the jury prize is a tie between Seurat and Sound of Falling. So if you watched my Cannes update video a few days ago, I talked about Sound of Falling, which has also gotten rapturous reviews. It's an international movie that is apparently amazing, and some people were saying it could also win the Palme d'Or today. It ended up taking part of the jury prize. According to IMDb, it tells of 4 women separated by decades but united by trauma who uncover the truth behind its weathered walls. So it's 2.5 hours long. It's about 4 generations of women. It's a film that spans many decades of time. So I'm excited to see that one. It's not going to be the easiest watch, I think, of 2025, but it sounds like a film of gravitas, of epic scope. It's going to be an interesting watch, to be sure, and I can't wait to see it. The other film that tied for the jury prize at Cannes is Seurat, which tells of a father accompanied by his son who goes looking for his missing daughter in North Africa. This is another international film that got really good reviews and looks like it's going to be a harrowing film experience. Just that premise, I am intrigued. I'm curious to see what that film's all about. So when you have these 4 films, winning those top prizes at Cannes, I get very excited. I hope I get a chance to see all 4 of these movies in the months to come. Now, Brazil, are you ready to celebrate? Because after I'm Still Here overperformed, did amazing last award season, it looks like Brazil is going to be back next award season with The Secret Agent, which won at Cannes Best Director and Best Actor. The Secret Agent, as I talked about in my Cannes update video a few days ago, I was hearing rumblings that this was going to be special, that Brazil was back in the awards race, to be sure, and then it goes on to win 2 big prizes, Best Actor for Wagner Moura and Best Director for Kleber Mendonça Filho. Again, apologize for the mispronunciation, I'm sure I messed that up. I will get better. According to IMDb, The Secret Agent takes place in 1977, and it tells of a technology expert who flees from a mysterious past and returns to his hometown in search of peace. He soon realizes that the city he lives in is far from being the refuge he seeks. So yeah, the reviews of this one are also very strong. I read that it's not like I'm Still Here, even though it's a Brazilian film set in the 70s. That was the same thing with I'm Still Here. The tone of this new film is not necessarily like I'm Still Here. They are different. But The Secret Agent, also pretty epic in scope, I would say. It's 2 hours and 40 minutes, and this is another film for 2025 that's likely going to get into Best International Feature at the Oscars. We'll see if it can overperform and do better than that and get into other categories. If it comes on really strong in the fall, there's a big push for this one. Maybe The Secret Agent could repeat what happened last time with I'm Still Here. I mean, Wagner Moura winning Best Actor is a big deal. He's probably most known for Narcos. I saw some of that show on Netflix, and he's supposed to be incredible in this film. Now, last year, Best Actor went to Jesse Plemons for Kinds of Kindness. That performance, that movie went nowhere, right? That award season outside of the Golden Globes. He did get that Globe nomination, but he was never really looked at as a serious Oscar contender for that film, even though he won Best Actor at Cannes. But I don't know, Wagner Moura for The Secret Agent, I feel like that could potentially be an awards play. I feel like because it also won director, The Secret Agent, I think, is going to be a much better film than Kinds of Kindness. So if the film continues to do well into the fall and winter, then maybe Wagner Moura could receive his first Oscar nomination for Best Actor. And then Best Actress at Cannes this year went to Nadia Maliti for The Little Sister. I don't know if this came as kind of a surprise. I wasn't hearing too much about that performance, that film. There was talk that Jennifer Lawrence might win Best Actress for Die My Love, which did really well at the festival. And even though some critics, some people didn't love the movie as well as others, Everybody responded to Jennifer Lawrence's performance in that movie. I am a huge Jennifer Lawrence fan. It looks like she's going to be back in the Best Actress race this year for Die My Love. I can't wait to see it. It looks so interesting. Just based on the clip that's been released and the images and stuff, like the cast of that movie, Lynn Ramsey. I am very excited for Die My Love. I thought she might win Best Actress here. But because it's Cannes, it's international, it's not necessarily going to go to just like an American actress, right? Last year, Best Actress went to the cast of Emilia Perez, right? It was a tie among the 4 main actresses in that film. I wondered if Cannes was going to do that again this year, like a tie somewhere, like an actress or actor. The tie came in jury prize between 2 movies, but no, actress just went to one person this year, Nadia Maliti. I looked her up on IMDb and she's got 1 other credits. Besides this movie, she's in like an episode of a show or something. So she is brand new to the scene. Apparently, she is astonishing in The Little Sister. The premise, according to IMDb, when Fatima leaves her close-knit suburban family to study philosophy in Paris, she finds herself caught between her religious upbringing and the freedom of student life in the city. So it sounds kind of like a coming-of-age story. It sounds really interesting. I'm happy that like an award like this, Best Actress at Cannes, it does put a spotlight on a person, on a film, that otherwise might not get much attention going into the summer and fall. That was the thing about Jennifer Lawrence, which, a lot of people said to me on Twitter and stuff, like, Jennifer Lawrence doesn't need to win Best Actress at Cannes. She's gonna be just fine. She doesn't need to win this prize. Who should win Best Actress? Someone we're not very familiar with. Now, this movie is on my radar. Now I want to check it out in the months to come. I do think this prize for Nadia Maliti is going to do wonders for her career. And then Best Screenplay, last year it went to The Substance. Remember that? Best Screenplay at Cannes for 2024 was The Substance, Coralie Farja. This year's screenplay went to The Young Mother's Home, a drama which tells of 5 young mothers living in a shelter who strive for a better future for themselves and kids amidst challenging upbringings. Another international film that is going to get a little bit of a boost from this screenplay prize at Cannes, I would say. I haven't heard too much about that one. Like, I've watched some reviews over the last week, like on YouTube. I've read up on many of these films. I don't know too much about The Young Mother's Home, but now that it won screenplay at Cannes, I am going to read up more on that one. And then finally, the Prix Special prize, which I think is like the jury prize. I don't know if it's like 4th place or whatever that one is. Resurrection is a film that played at Cannes this year. I have been hearing really good things about. Another epic in scope that runs 2 hours and 40 minutes. According to IMDb, it tells of a woman whose consciousness falls into the eternal time zone during a surgical procedure. Trapped in many dreams, she finds an android corpse and tries to wake it up by telling endless stories. That sounds interesting. And it's nearly 3 hours long, and I don't know, it sounds like more of a genre bender than pretty much everything else that won a big prize at Cannes this year, so I will definitely keep an eye out for that one. So yeah, those are the big Cannes winners this year, 2025. Again, Neon did very well. It won the top 2 prizes, the Palme d'Or and the Grand Prix, and sentimental value. That's the one of all of these winners I am most excited to see. It sounds so moving. I love the director, the cast. The Worst Person in the World was one of my favorite films of 2021. So that's the one that's number 1 for me, honestly, right now. Like number 1 on my list of most anticipated films of 2025. I cannot wait. And I also can't wait to see It Was Just an Accident, Surat, Sound of Falling, The Secret Agents, Brazil. It's happening again. The Secret Agents. I am very, very intrigued about many of these films, some of which did not win, right? Like, not just the movies that won the big prizes at Cannes. There are also other titles that had me intrigued that didn't show up today, but that's okay. I'm curious to see, like, which of these movies going into the summer, fall, and winter are going to be big Oscar contenders. I mean, some of these titles that won big prizes today, we might be seeing them win Academy Awards in 2026. Thanks so much for watching and subscribing, and let me know in the comments below which of the Cannes winners this year are you most excited to see, and I'll see you next time at the Awards Contender.